Hey, welcome back to another episode. This episode might actually be the most personal episode for me because I feel like this is an aspect I don't really talk too much about. It's the rapid weight loss and the effects. As crazy as it is over a short period of time, there are definitely lasting effects physically to your body. Besides the pros of having a ton more energy, literally being lighter and being smaller, what have you, like there is a big con for me. Yeah, it's crazy to be able to fit into tighter, smaller clothes that you couldn't squeeze a limb through a month ago or a month before. Yes, it's amazing to feel like you can fit comfortably in a car for once and in a smaller chair or more room on your bed, or you're not spilling over the edge of the couch, or you don't have to slide and scoot sideways through like a small space. But the loose skin is the biggest thing for me from feeling as confident about myself as I want to feel. Granted, I'm no role model. I'll say it time and time again. As much as I'm, being open and talking about this, like at the time I was working out diligently for a while once I was cleared to post-op. I was doing really well with the routine. Me and Jaren buddied up. I went on my own sometimes, but once my plate was loaded with work, with school, long work days, outings, what have you, my motivation to hit the gym was not as high. And I wasn't eating the best things. It's all right there on that Instagram too. Like, I'm not gonna lie about it. Like, that's real stuff. I was doing what I want to do. Being about 2.5 years out, I should definitely be more leaner, and my skin would probably actually be more thin and stretchy instead of being like a walking human silly putty. Walking human silly putty. It is what it is, man. Like, that's all that excess. Like, ugh. But yeah, that's probably one of the hardest things I'm still facing each day. I mean, I could probably easily fit into like a medium large shirt, but I have to stay in extra large territory because of how much dead weight I guess I'm carrying. Kind of like, yeah. I definitely need to get back on a routine to continue the weight loss. I stopped. I got back into some of my old ways, even though I've been much better than I was before surgery. I'm still in those ruts where I'm just like, maybe not today. I gotta stop making excuses, man. My heaviest recorded weight was 378 in 2016. 355-ish by surgery in September 2017. Then it went 300 by the end of October, 275 by Christmas. I think I hit the lowest a year later, around November 2018, around 240, 239, 240. Currently, I'm closer to that again. I weighed at 245 like on the 22nd of May, and I was straight plateaued for the longest time at around 250, even 255. I actually got close to being right there at 260 again, and that was a rough time frame. Like, I know I was doing terrible at that time. And that's really not with like consistently working out. Thankfully, I was active enough to be able to be active without actually going to the gym all the time. So that worked out. Otherwise, I probably would be closer to like 265, maybe 270 right now, to be honest with you. But yeah, all that rapid weight loss leaves behind the reminder that I'm still deep in the woods. I'm not totally out in the clear yet. There are times where I think I look great. There's times where I'm like, damn, dude, you look good today. And I look and I feel great looking at how great I feel. There are times, usually when I'm not wearing my compression, and I can't stop fixating on my arms, my torso, my legs, just all the elasticity, I guess. It's something I still that's one of the biggest things I need to work on, is like regaining control and getting to a point where I'm more comfortable. I stare into the mirror maybe 3 to 4 times a day. Every time before and after I shower, every time I get dressed, every time I have a dysmorphia moment and I feel like I'm almost 400 pounds again. Or when I feel like I look like I'm at 150 pounds even. There's a couple of pizza videos where I'm like, dang, dude, like I look really good in that video. And then there are just times where, or certain angles where I'm like, dude, like you look terrible. You look like you're big again. This is a dark episode. But like, why do I look slim and refined in one angle in a picture, and then like I'm having a crisis and ate 3 tiramisus and 2 milkshakes in the next picture? I literally will pull and move my skin, my fat around, and try to see where my body is actually at. Because underneath maybe, well, this might not be a correct number, but like maybe under like 60 pounds of all that fat and skin, there is a much smaller Sean, a much smaller me, and it's extremely trippy. It's like I'm wearing a weighted skin suit of myself that I can't take off when I want to. Everyone's done that to some extent in the mirror. Like, you know you have, don't deny it. Like, you've pulled parts of your body in the mirror, looking at it, trying to figure out why is that there, you know, and especially when you're drunk. You know what I mean? Look at us. Say it again. Look at us. Yeah, I dropped the Paul Rudd meme right there. But seriously, like, look in the mirror, you're staring at yourself, every part, every inch, every side, every angle, and I'm talking arms, torso, stomach, legs, rolls, like, things that people don't see all the time because you're wearing clothes. You're in the mirror, you're going, look at yourself. You literally look like melted ice cream. I'm like a bird, I wanna fly away. Like someone's trying to encase melted cheese like in a small container. Or it kind of looks like someone's playing with like an oversized water balloon. But then it shifts to some positive words of encouragement, you know? Like, I'll be looking and be like, actually, dude, you are handsome. You got it, bro. You look good, man. You look the best you've looked in your whole life, to be honest. And you know what? What are you doing? I wear compression shirts, vests, tanks, slimming belts. Heck, I just bought a sauna vest and started working out in it. And man, that thing works very well. I am drenched in 10 minutes. But with all this, like, I'm obsessed with wearing compression with all this loose stuff, all the loose parts. I'm obsessed with it to kind of keep hold of my body in place that I feel like it's just spilling out and looking just gross and gooey. That sounds terrible. But if that makes sense at all, because of how far I have come, it's like a more complex aspect where I feel so close to that goal, but I'm also not nearly as close as I thought. Honestly, I've always hated my body. I hated it when I was a little kid. I hated it growing up throughout my years. Honestly, even more so now, even though I'm at such a great point, what's going on is like, I know I'm not completely happy, but I am in a good spot, and I have to keep that at the forefront of my mind. That's just me. That's where my head's at. You know, there's maybe a small handful of people that I could probably count on my one hand that have even seen me without a shirt on. I don't remember like the last time I've like fully, okay, I do remember the last time I fully didn't wear a shirt in public. And that was when we were on tour and we hit a rec center to take a shower after not like showering after a few days. But that was even a hard moment too for me. One day though, when it gets to that point, I will probably just stop wearing shirts altogether, man. Maybe Matthew McConaughey it up and just be like, that's just my view. That's my personal view about myself and my body. And I'm actually trying to be more positive to myself. And yeah, I know I need to get it together and work on it. I'm holding myself a little bit more accountable. I'm starting to hold myself more accountable in days or times where I'm like, no, I'll work out tomorrow. But then I switch up and I'm on my exercise bike or doing crunches, doing something, going on a walk, whatever. Especially right now during this pandemic, even though the gyms are about to open up in a couple days. Because someday in the future, I'm going to have to get that cosmetic surgery and remove all that excess. I'm going to see what kind of body I actually have after all the late night, no remorse, high fat, higher cholesterol, sodium bombed, unofficial competition, binge eating mistakes I've made in my life. What is my final form? What will that look like? What will I look like? I mean, only time will tell. I will get there. Hopefully I'll be where I want to be, and maybe you guys can see where I am and what's up. That's all I really want to talk about this episode is some of the real stuff, man. That's it for this episode. Thank you for watching. Please like, subscribe, turn on those notifications for anything popping up on this channel, because I started putting up the food stuff I've been putting up on Instagram on here too. Be sure to follow that Instagram at sleevedandsearching, and I'm actually putting together the page on Facebook actually right now too, so you can like it right now. It's just at sleevedandsearching. All right, baby. Till next episode. Stay hungry. Stay searching. Peace.